In the last 2-3 years, aviation industry has seen a massive enlargement and growth in interest. Plenty of people started considering to work in this amazing industry. Some already managed, like I did, but a lot more are stuck and can't find a way to apply for any job. 2 years ago, I published this video, and from that moment, a lot of people started asking me, how do I become a flight attendant? Starting from this question, I decided to make a full and complete guide on how to become a flight attendant in 2024. First and essential step is to find a company. In Europe, all the low-cost companies are constantly hiring. There are also some huge companies like Emirates and Etihad that are looking for people right now, but what is my personal suggestion is to start with a low-cost company and then eventually if you want to move to a bigger company. I know many people that did just 4 or 5 months in a low-cost and then moved to Emirates or to Etihad or whatever. On the other hand, I also know people that stayed in the same low-cost company for 15 years. So this then depends on you. Before we start, you have to know that there are some requirements that every person that wants to become a cabin crew needs to have. First, you need to be an height in between 155 and 190. This varies based on the company, but yeah, between 5'2" and 6'2" is the most generic one. You can't have any visible tattoo or piercing, and you need to be fluent in both written and spoken English and eventually also the language of the company you are applying for. You need to be able to swim, and also you need to be willing to relocate. The companies cannot always accommodate your request, so you will need to be willing to move away from your country like I did. I was living in Italy and I moved to Germany, now I'm in Malta. Okay, so we are done with the pre-function. Now let's get deep into what you really have to do to become a flight attendant. First of all, I want to tell you what you don't have to do. In my opinion, what you shouldn't do is go for a private flight attendant course. This course can give you a cabin crew attestation, but a lot of companies are now doing it for free and they will also employ you right after, so it makes no sense to spend money for a private course that doesn't give you any type of employment where the companies are already offering this type of course. Now let's dive deep into what is step 1. Application. Go on your preferred company's website in the section careers. Here you will find all the open positions and you can read a bit more about every job and decide whether to apply for any vacancy. On the application form, you will be asked for basic information about yourself, a picture of you, work and educational experience, and also for your CV. Once you submit your application, you will receive an email that confirms it. Then all you have to do is to wait. If you are in between the chosen ones, you will, in most cases, need to complete a language assessment online before proceeding to the actual interview. The interview can be done either online,
Ho finito il colloquio da una mezz'oretta.
or in presence. The following tips are valid for both types. So first thing in an interview is presentation. Don't go to the interview with a shirt and shorts, good dressed formal, wear a blazer, wear a shirt, shave if you're a man, put your makeup on if you're a woman, style your hair. You need to be neat and clean. Your look is the first thing the interviewer will notice. The question that every interviewer will always ask you is, why do you want to become a flight attendant? Here my suggestion is to prepare already an answer at home like I did. In particular, if you are an anxious person, knowing already the answer and what you have to say will make you look way more confident and help you overall in the interview. Prepare yourself already also on some general knowledge about the company you are applying for. So the history of the company, when was it founded, who is the CEO, which type of aircraft do they use, and which area do they operate. Knowing this stuff shows that you are competent, prepared, and passionate. Once you finish your interview, you will be sent home and you will have to wait once again. Congrats! Now you have passed your interview. The next step is step 3, the training course. Most companies nowadays have free training courses. This means that you might have to worry only about your accommodation in most cases, or not even that, depending on the company. A lot of training courses are also paid an allowance of around 30 euros per day average. So I haven't done any other training course other than the Ryanair one, so I will be talking about my own personal experience. I also got informed about some other companies, so what I'm gonna say can, in the majority of the cases, apply for any other company. The average training course duration is about 1 month and 20 days, in which you will be required to study and pass 6 different written exams and 1 practical exam. The lessons will take place Monday to Friday for around 8 hours a day, and you will also need to study at home because there are a lot of things that you have to know. Here it comes my first personal suggestion. Paying attention in class is the most important part of your study routine. If you do so, you have already done the 90% of your job. Of course, you will not be alone in the training course. You will meet a lot of people, you will have a class, and in between all those people that will become your friend, pick someone to be your study buddy. Motivating and questioning each other will help you a lot. The amount of things that you will have to study is massive, and having someone to help you through bad moments, it's absolutely essential. Talking about exams, these will be divided in two parts, the initial and the conversion, each of which contains 3 exams that you have to pass. The initial is a more generic part, whilst the conversion varies as it concerns specific company procedures. In between the initial and the conversion, you will also have to do your practical exam. This consists of a series of exercises to complete in a swimming pool to show your instructor that you are able to swim. During the course, you will go through many topics: general first aid knowledge, aviation knowledge, safety equipment, procedures, and also drills that you will have to fully memorize. You will also have a practical part to put into practice everything that you have studied and learned before. This will take place in a recreation of the aircraft in a closed space, and it's not gonna be part of the exam, at least for what is my experience. Once completed your training course, you will receive your cabin crew attestation. This piece of paper officially licenses you to operate as a flight attendant. Now, a little tip before passing to the fourth and last step. As I said, you will meet a lot of people in the training course, and many of them will become your friends. Pick these people to start looking for an accommodation with you. Once you are in your new base, spending a lot of money in hotel stay is not worth it, and it will stress you out a lot in a moment when you shouldn't be stressed out. I also know that it can be very challenging to find an accommodation. So what have I done to help you? I've created a PDF file that I left right down here in the description. Here you can check all the agencies you can rely on to look for an apartment, depending on the country you're based in. Take it, it's free, I leave it down here, it will help you a lot. So don't waste time and start looking for an accommodation straight away. Step 4. Supernumerary. You passed your training course. Congrats. It's now time to pack your stuff and get to your base. The first interaction you will have with your new colleagues will be through your base supervisor. This person will be responsible for your first base visit. Here you will be shown around the airport and what you have to do to report for work every day. Of course, you will have some days before you start working so you can settle down and get used to your new life. It's now time for your first flights. The first 8 flights of your life will not be normal flights. You will not be an active part of the crew, but only extra crew. These flights are called supernumerary. Here you will be trained by experienced crew that will show you the day-to-day job, and all you will have to do is to look and learn. A little tip. Supernumeraries are an important part of your training experience, and your career will depend on these flights. In these 3 years being a cabin crew, I've done plenty of supernumeraries, and what I feel like telling you is, guys, you need to show interest. A lot of people come, just sit down and don't show any type of interest. They are not proactive, they don't want to help. Do not wait for the other crew's input. Show them that you're willing to work, that you're happy, that you are convinced. This is what will really make the difference. So you've passed your supernumeraries. From this moment onwards, it's all in your hands. It is your turn now to build your path in this world. You will go through amazing moments and really bad moments, but you will need to find the courage of pushing through even when you feel like giving up. Resilience is the only way you can achieve what you really want in life. So from my side, that's all. If you have any type of question, you can write it down below in the comments. I will be pleased to answer and help you. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to see any other content, let me know. From Alessandro, that's a wrap. See you in the next video. Bye.